That's right, folks. Longtime owner Mr. Krabs is opening a new restaurant called the Krusty Krab 2.
Hey yo, how's it going everyone? Entropy here today with another video, another week of big news, this week with the big game update details and the G-Era unit reveals and some more. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Starting with the JP news, September 27th is Emmy's birthday. So as usual, right now we don't have the birthday banners anymore. Instead, we have the birthday sets where you can get stuff like icons, banners, and all that. Requires paid gems, so maybe spend wisely. Next up, we have a game update. So you can change from Card Capital 1 to Card Capital 2 to the G-Era style. You can also customize the background as well as the different characters. Next, G-grades. So complete quests to upgrade your G-grade and getting to higher levels to get more rewards. Quests can be only completed 9 times and you can change 3 missions for free every day, so pick wisely. Subsequent mission changes will be paid with stamina. And one thing that's valuable is that your Card Capital 1 fighter's grade will not reset. So they're two independent things. Look forward to this because it's daily missions, there's gonna be more stuff to do. And definitely rewards could be great, could be spicy. Training fights can now be chosen from AI and other players. All training fights give 500 VP regardless of player fights or AI fights. So this is an official casual mode for the casual players out there. My room character updates as well, so that's quite nice. I think personally the training fights with the casual mode, this is something that people are looking for. Do I think it's valuable? I don't really know, because if you're not that good at ranked anyways, then you might as well treat it as casual. I guess the best thing about training fights with other players is that everyone should have a casual mindset going into it. And also, yeah, I guess that's it. So I don't know if I'll be using it, but I think it's a great way to test new decks without hurting your rank, I suppose. But I guess it doesn't matter if you're at 0 points. Character fight for G separate from the character fights from Card Capital 1. So we see Gear Chronicle, we see Royal Paladin, we see Kagero, and maybe New Nectar. So who knows? Is it still going to be clan event? Is it going to be a character fight? I'm not sure. We don't know. Nothing confirmed. But since Toko has a main character, maybe. Next up, all friendship levels for G fights will be removed and now will be replaced with stories that can be unlocked with keys that you get from character fight drops. So this could be interesting. There will also be a master key that can be used for all character stories. And as you can see, the character stories will provide you with mats, gems, and stuff like that. So definitely something to look forward to. 50 gems, 100 gems definitely can come in very, very handy. Some changes here, daily missions, again, look more for the details. Friendship levels with character fights, we just mentioned that. Challenge fights and sample decks will be discontinued. So this is something that we got every single month. However, you will still be able to use the past challenge fights. These were always nice because you had, monthly missions about doing them to get tickets, and also gems a little bit here and there for each clan. So unfortunately, Fighters Tournament will also be discontinued. So if global players listening to this, consider spending them before it's too late. And even though it's discontinued, all V coupon will still be available. We don't know if the invites and all that will still be usable in the future. But what we know for sure is that the tournament itself will be discontinued. Instead, what we're getting is a Fighter's Quest from daily missions. We have story and character fights. We have a new home screen, Card Capital 2. We have training fights to include parent player matches. We have a login screen, title voice lines, new BGM, so not very specified, but very, very exciting. And all these changes and additions will be from October 1st. So, really excited for this. There's a lot of changes to be made. Let's talk about the keywords. So next up we have Stride. So Stride, if it's the first player's 4th turn or more, or the second player's 3rd turn or more, if your Vanguard's grade 3 or more, discard cards so that their total grades add up to 3 or more. Place a G unit on top of your Vanguard from face down. The Strided Vanguard becomes a heart, and the G unit gains the name and power of the heart. If you stride, draw a card, and at the end of the turn it goes back to the G zone face up. There can only be 8 G units from outside of the deck. So this is basically very, very similar to the TCG, except you get 1 draw when you stride. Reason being is because, when you're in grade 4 you get triple drive, and unfortunately, you know, you want to be compensated for that stride cost because it can be quite hefty. So this is the way to incentivize you to do it. We have a similar treatment with restanding vanguards. We discussed this when, you know, discussing the possibilities of stride in the stride versus legion video, and definitely this is confirmed the way to go. Next we have generation break, so GBX. So for this example, it's GB2. When there are X amounts, so 2 of G units faced up on the Vanguard circle and G zone, the ability will be active. So for example, if I've strided last turn and I'm striding right now, the GB2 will be active. And then next turn, if I don't stride, but I already have 2 G units in the G zone face up, then I will still be having GB2 active. Chronoject skill, GB2, when this unit attacks Vanguard until end of that battle, this unit gets +5 until end of battle, and have your opponent discard grade 3 or greater at random from their hand when activating sentinels during battle, and if they do not discard it, it does not activate. So guard restrict, very nice way to end the game. Vanguard circle, during your turn, when your G unit strides, counterblast 1 to choose one of your opponent's rear guards, and your opponent puts that unit onto the bottom of his or her deck. Very nice removal, getting rid of intercepts, very spicy, and when placed get +3, hits those 14k numbers, very nice. We have Heart Thump Worker, rearguard circle when your Vanguard attacks, if it's a grade 3 or above Chronoject, put this into their soul, draw 1, and your Vanguard gets +5. In addition, Trigger Zone, when this unit is damage checked, draw 1. So, you know, if you're familiar with the TCG, I think most clans have one of these crit triggers that associates itself with the main grade 3 in the G era. And this is really good because you get the upside of being a crit, you know, having some pressure. You get the ability to just put it back into the soul to draw 1, you replace it, filter it out. But you know, even if you damage check it, you know, usually if you damage check a crit, you know, it's wasted, you don't get anything, any bonuses on defense, you will be able to draw a card. And I think this is the way that they're going to be doing the other offensive triggers, and gives them a reason to exist, which is really nice. And I definitely think that this card, you know, is very viable. Helps you draw cards, helps you hit numbers. Crit synergies is really well with the guard restrict and the other shenanigans that Gear Chronicle is up to. And definitely very long staying power. Next we have Steam Breath Dragon, another unit with long staying power. Rearguard circle, when placed from hand to rearguard circle, discard a card to place a grade 3 Chronoject from deck to hand. Really nice. And in hand, when using this card as a stride cost, this unit gets +2 grade. So again, all other clans will have a similar stride fodder. Some clans have more than one type, but being able to search for the grade 3 you want, being able to be a stride cost by itself is very good. And lastly, we have an amazing finisher in Interdimensional Dragon Ragnarok. Vanguard circle, when this unit attacks Vanguard, if you pay counterblast 1 and G Persona Blast, your opponent cannot guard with grade 0s until the end of that battle. And if there are 2 or more face-up cards in the G zone, this gets +1 crit, and choose one of your opponent's rearguards and put that rearguard to the bottom of your opponent's deck. So not only is it cheap, it has guard restrict with the new grade 0 mechanic, it has an extra crit, and it has board removal, and it's just really good.
Vanguard にアタック。ダメージチェック。Vanguard にアタック。スキル発動。スキル発動。ファーストチェック。セカンドチェック。サードチェック。クリティカルトリガー。Check.
Next up with Royal Paladins, we have Blue Sky Knight Altimile with an amazing buff. GB2, during your turn, all your front row gets +5k. Vanguard circle, when you G stride, you may call up to 2 cards from your hand, choose 2 of your rearguards, and they get 2 of your units, not rearguards, and they get power +5 until end of turn. Additionally, you may put a grade 0-2 from your drop zone on the bottom of your deck, so you can recycle them and use them for superior cost shenanigans. It also has the Vanguard Circle on place +3, which is quite nice. Next, we have the Trial Deck Stride, Gabblade, Shrouded Divine Knight Gabblade. Vanguard Circle, when this hits a Vanguard, call a grade 2 or greater from your deck, and it combos really well with Starlight Violinist. Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle, when placed, Soul Blast 1, Cannon Blast 1 to call a grade 2 card other than Starlight Violinist from your deck. And lastly, we have Encourage Angel, Rearguard Circle, GB1. When placed, return this to your deck to choose 2 of your units, and they both get +3k until end of turn. That extra 3k could help you hit those stages and is quite solid. Returning triggers are always solid. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the defensive damage check draw 1, but I still think that this card has opportunities. It might not, be that valuable, but it's still an option.
Vanguard にアタック。ファーストチェック。セカンドチェック。サードチェック。ダメージチェック。スキル発動。スペリオルコール。スキル発動。スペリオルコール。ヴァンガードにアタック。アタック。ダメージチェック。
Lastly, we have Dragonic Blademaster for Kangaroo, Vanguard Circle, GB2 during your turn. If you have more rearguards than your opponent, it gets +5/+1 crit. Vanguard Circle, when your G unit strides, Cannon Blast 1 to choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. And when placed, it gets +3k, as always. Next, for the Stride, we have Divine Dragon Knight Mustafa, which I don't believe was released that early into the TCG. Vanguard Circle, once per turn, Cannon Blast 1 and turn a face-down card in your G-zone face-up to retire one of your opponent's rearguards and choose one of your units for each of your Divine Dragon Knight Mustafa face-up in your G-zone, and they gain the following ability until end of turn. Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle, when this unit attack hits the Vanguard, countercharge 1. So one important thing is that Mustafa doesn't actually have to Persona flip, so you can actually flip out some other units, even though most of the time you would flip Mustafa itself because you want the countercharge skill, but sometimes you might want to save it for you want to use Mustafa multiple times, and so you can flip something else instead. So that's quite nice of an option. And lastly, we have Lizard Soldier Vera, Rearguard Circle, Generation Break 1, GB1. When your opponent's rearguard is retired by the effect of your card, return this to your deck to choose one of your units, and it gets +10k until end of turn. So pump those numbers up, and it synergizes with itself since it's a stand.
Skill 発動。行け。コール。出番だ。来い。スキル発動。 ヴァンガードにアタック。ダメージチェック。スキル発動。スキル発動。アタック。ダメージチェック。ドロートリガー。スキル発動。ヴァンガードにアタック。スキル発動。ファーストチェック、セカンドチェック、サードチェック。ダメージチェック。
And lastly, we have some tournaments. On the 13th, we have the Generation Stride Cup. So using only the clans, Gear Chronicle, Royal Paladin, and Kagero. You have some other tournaments and the 2021 Championship Autumn. So be sure to qualify for that. Now, as for Global, there isn't really any news, but we are indeed 1 week away from Set 20. So if you want a sneak peek, be sure to watch the Set 20 set overview, where we cover the different clans, the different events, especially the tower event. So be sure to check that out. And that's it. So question for the video, which of the 3 clans supported in G Set 1 are you most excited for? Personally, I'm really all in for Gears, you know, it's an all-new clan, lots of potential, and already a devastating winning image whether you're going with Dragon Clock or GB2ing with Chronoject. So it's very exciting, lots of guard restriction, lots of removal, it seems very, very strong. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already and want to see more, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!